This is not a musical concert, and neither this is a footage from an Apple event. This is annual meet for the investors to see financial year presentation of a company called Berkshire Hathaway. If you ask anyone who has ever invested to name a person that comes to their mind when they think of stock market, then 9 times out of 10 the answer would always be Warren Buffett, the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. So who is Warren Buffett and why is he so famous? There are a lot of things Warren Buffett is popular for. He is a business magnate, an investor, and a philanthropist. In 2008, he became the richest man in the world with a net worth of $62 billion, overtaking the great Bill Gates himself. He is considered as one of the best money managers and among the most influential people in the world. But one thing that makes him very famous is his down-to-earth nature. Despite being so rich, he still lives in a house that he bought back in 1958 and believes in leading a frugal lifestyle unlike his contemporaries. He is a gentleman loved and respected by all. Most importantly, he is a man with common sense.
How many people in this world have common sense right now?
Warren Buffett was born in year 1930 in Omaha, Nebraska. He graduated from Columbia Business School and later attended New York Institute of Finance. His first inspiration in life was a book called 1000 Ways to Make Money that he borrowed from a public library at the age of 7. The book instilled an entrepreneurial spirit in him since his school days and led him to run a number of successful small businesses like installing an old pinball machines outside barber shops. Warren was so focused at such a young age that his senior yearbook picture read, "Likes maths, future stockbroker." By the time he graduated from college, he already had a savings of about $9,500, which roughly translates to about $112,000 in today's context. He is so fascinated with the idea of investment that he also taught investment principles at Nebraska University for a brief period of time. Warren believes that the changing moment in his life was when he read the book Value Investing by Benjamin Graham. The concept fascinated him so much that it soon became core of his investment philosophy. In fact, one of his favorite and among the most popular quotes is, "Look at stocks as a business." He is a strong believer of index funds and preaches that they will beat any actively managed fund in long run. Warren reads a lot of books and at least 5 newspapers in a day. Apart from being an avid reader, Warren also is a great storyteller. His annual newsletter to his shareholders are one of the most precious pieces of financial literature where he presents his views beautifully, mixing business discussion with humor. Warren's initial success came from a company called Sanborn Map Company, where he had invested up to 35% of all of his partnership assets. He felt that the company was available in the market quite undervalued. Warren was able to reap about 50% return on investment within just a matter of 2 years. After initial success, he merged all of his partnership assets into one and invested them into a textile mill company called Berkshire Hathaway. He later diversified the business into insurance and shut down all the textile mills, transforming it into how we know it as on today. In 1969, Buffett liquidated partnerships and transferred their assets to his partners, including the shares of Berkshire Hathaway. After a long list of successful investments like Washington Post Company and ABC, in 1990, Buffett started investing in one of his most successful stock, Coca-Cola, eventually buying up to 7% of company's shares.
Coca-Cola is it. Coca-Cola is it.
Warren never hesitated in breaking his own rules when he had realized his mistake, which is trademark of a very successful person. This can be seen when he purchased shares of IBM, as he was very hesitant initially against investing in tech companies, as he felt he never understood them properly. However, Warren was not immune to failure or making mistakes. He has accepted his mistakes on not selling the energy stocks that he owned in his portfolio on time when they were at peak. Even the textile business of Berkshire Hathaway was a big failure even after his takeover. Unfortunately, he also had to taste controversy because of his investment in a company called Solomon Brothers that failed due to malpractices in corporate governance. In June 2000, Warren Buffett pledged to give away 85% of his wealth to charity, mostly through the Gates Foundation. His main motivation behind it was to provide equal opportunity to economically underprivileged sections of the society. There have been many books written mentioning Warren Buffett. Also, there have been numerous documentaries made dedicated to him, like Becoming Warren Buffett and World's Greatest Money Maker, which are still available online. His favorite books that he would love to recommend everyone are Intelligent Investor and How to Win Friends and Influence People. Despite accomplishing so many great things in life, Warren will always be remembered as a gentleman loved by all.